In the last video, we discussed how to recognize the warning signs of someone on a potential path to committing an act of hate-based violence. In this video, you'll learn more about what actions you can take to upend hate when you see it. Acts of hate can happen in many different settings, both online and in person. Deciding when and how to act as an upstander often depends on the specific situation. When faced with a situation of hate, ask yourself the following questions using the acronym PRIMO, which was developed by Community Matters for their Safe School Ambassadors program. P stands for problem. Ask yourself, what's going on here? To figure out the best solution, start by defining the problem. Your actions should match the situation. R stands for relationship. Ask yourself, what is my relationship to the people involved? Your actions will vary depending on if the people involved are friends or strangers. E stands for environment. Ask yourself, what's the environment like? Who's around? Having an audience risks making a situation worse. A private conversation or DM might be more effective. M stands for mood. Ask yourself, what's my mood? Being an effective upstander starts with taking care of yourself first. If you don't feel calm enough to act, it's okay to wait. O stands for options. Ask yourself, what are my options? What actions might work here? In most situations, there are a few different actions you can try. The best upstander action varies greatly by each situation. Using PRIMO can help you assess a changing situation and choose the best possible response each time. Let's apply the PRIMO acronym to an example situation. In this example, you are a cisgender male. Your classmate Chris is a college student who doesn't have any close friends and has never kissed a girl. He spends a lot of time online in spaces that blame women for his rejection. While you aren't close friends, you and Chris are in some group chats together, where he often shares sexist memes. You take a class together and end up assigned to a group project with 2 other women. However, Chris ignores the 2 women and only speaks to you. He calls the women sexist names under his breath, so only you can hear. Let's review. Problem. The problem is Chris's growing hatred towards all women, which is affecting your group project. Relationship. You're not best friends with Chris, but you do know him well enough to say something about his behavior. Environment. If you say something, it's probably best to choose a time when you're alone with Chris. Mood. This will vary day by day. And options. Let's explore a few options you might choose to upend Chris's hateful words and actions. One possible action you can take is to balance the situation, which involves saying something positive to balance a putdown. For example, if you hear Chris calling one of the women a mean name behind her back, you can balance this out by reminding Chris that she's been a huge help with the group project so far. Another action you could take is reasoning with Chris to help him think about why his actions are hurtful and explore other choices. For example, after class one day, you could talk to Chris one-on-one about the consequences of his actions. You could ask him, what is saying those mean things about our 2 female classmates doing for you? Is it actually making you feel better? It's definitely not going to make them like you. And part of the project is graded on teamwork. If you keep this up, we might all get a bad grade. Finally, you could direct Chris to change his behavior. This often works best when paired with showing someone that you're on the same team before telling them to change. For example, let's say Chris makes another sexist comment about the 2 women in your group to you. You could say, nobody likes to feel rejected by girls. I've been there too. But it's not okay to say these things about our classmates. If at any point in your conversation with Chris you sense it's not going well, you can distract him by changing the subject. You can also exit the situation and try again later. If Chris gets mad at you, you can say something like, hey, I'm just trying to help. I'm here if you ever want to talk. Finally, if Chris tells you he's planning to harm these women, or if you spot any of the common warning signs that he is headed towards violence, seek help from multiple trusted adults. Depending on the severity of the situation, you may need to call 911 or another local hotline. If you seek help, remember, you're not doing it to get Chris in trouble. You're doing it to keep people safe. Don't let the fear of being seen as a tattletale stop you from speaking up and seeking help. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Keeping our community safe requires all of us working together. The PRIMO acronym is perfect for situations like the one with Chris, in which you need to decide how to react to hateful words or actions. But being an upstander can go beyond being reactive. In fact, the best upstanders are those who are proactive, meaning they act early to prevent someone from ever starting down a potential pathway to hate. As we discussed in our first video, people turn to hate for various reasons. Feeling a sense of connection is one of the best cures for hate. The simple act of reaching out to a peer and helping them feel like they belong can go a long way towards keeping your entire community safe. Here are some other ways that you can be proactive against hate-based violence. Reach out to people who seem lonely. Attend or organize a community event. Create a positive culture at your school. Set group norms about not tolerating hateful language. Advocate for inclusive policies at your school or on your college campus. And start conversations about hate-based violence. These proactive actions are known as strengthening protective factors. Some common protective factors against hate-based violence include having strong social relationships, doing well in school, having access to mental health services, and living in a connected community. By proactively working to strengthen these factors in the lives of your peers, you help make your community more inclusive, more resilient, and ultimately safer for all. In this video, you've learned about various upstander actions you can take to upend hate, like balancing, reasoning, directing, and seeking help. The best action will depend on the specific time, place, and situation, so use the acronym PRIMO to help you decide when and how to act. What's more, you can be proactive to strengthen protective factors in your community, preventing your peers from ever turning to hate in the first place. Whether your upstander actions are proactive or reactive, remember that being an upstander should never come at the cost of your own safety or mental well-being. For more information about how to upend hate, please visit the Upend Hate website. There, you'll find additional upstander actions you can take, tips for how to start a conversation, and ways to seek help when needed. And join the Upend Hate movement, which is full of young people just like you who are working together to create a world that is safe and inclusive for all.